we have a society that's so litigious and ready to sue over the most minute little things like, oh, I'm sorry, a cartoon didn't put you in the world's most flattering light ever. Harry and Meghan are pissed at South Park.
How about that? Who would have thought the best family known to man would have a problem with South Park calling them out on their shit?
That's right. So, Harry, what is his last name? Harry.
He used to be Duke of fucking someplace.
Is he just Harry?
Just Harry who gives a fuck now.
I think his...
You're not even a beautiful face in
I think his name is now Harry... I think his name is now Harry Markel.
No.
Yeah. That's what I'm going with.
No, you're not.
That sounds about as right.
Well, I mean, it would make sense.
That's right. Anyway, we're going with it. So Harry and Meghan Markle, they're suing South Park because South Park had a recent episode where they mocked the former royals because the episode, which has two characters which look in
Canadian
South Park, and South Park animated
Canadian.
Very much like
Canadian
Harry and Meghan, which
it's a. I said that. Yeah, highlight that.
We know, okay. But what I'm saying is,
we don't.
The purpose of the skit, what South Park was making fun of them for, is these characters on this episode went on a worldwide privacy tour, and which should be painfully obvious to you, why that's mocking them, because I mean that's them. Leave me alone. I'm poor. I'm oppressed.
Oprah, she's been left alone, Oprah.
Buy my book.
All we want to not do is be more televised, people.
Listen to my new podcast that's like the highest rated on all of Spotify.
Netflix, please don't air this. Like, the coolest thing about that documentary, if I could take it a little side note.
I didn't even know there was one.
The coolest thing about that was there was a literal moment where Harry realizes that the fog is lifting from the pussy blindness, and he goes, oh shit, I might have fucked up. And it's when she like did this bow. She like did this bow in the documentary, and he just goes, he had this face, which is the face of a man that goes, I can't defend that. And I've been defending it forever. And now that I can't defend that, I'm starting to go down the list of things that I defended before that. And oh, I used to be a prince. What the fuck happened? Oh my God, what have I done? Like, all that realization was like rushing into his head. He's like, yeah, that's crazy. Meghan was so subjected. Poor Meghan. Like, I will say though, this bitch was the most toxic girlfriend that I've ever seen, and she pulled it off to like you could take that strategy to like chess tournaments and blow everybody else out of the water. Like, she did it better. My hat's off to game respects game. Like, she did it better than anyone has ever done. Like, name another person that convinced a dude to leave his family. Oh, by the way, that family was royal, and all he had to ever do was just exist. And he got so accommodated. And all he had to do was make a couple of public appearances, wave a couple of times, and then off you go. But she convinced him that his whole family was racist. The family that he was a part of for however long. And then that the real problem was with them, not us. We need to go alone, babe. It's like, we need to let go of all of your things and go alone, you and I. It's like, oh, Harry, you would have had one fucking friend. You would have listened to one person ever. Anyway, I digress. Please, Dane, get into the nuts and the bolts and the fisticuffs of this lawsuit. I believe they're bringing against South Park. I'm sure no one's ever done that before, ever, right?
No, I mean, that's all I was going to say was just like, good luck. I mean, Trey Parker and Matt Stone have been sued. I can't even count how many times at this point, and hardly any of it. I don't know if a single case has been won against them. Maybe there's been settlements or something like that, but for de minimis amounts. But I guess the cultural corner, the cultural segment is all of this is kind of twofold. First, it's this constant look at me mentality, which is just like the other side of a coin or the cream to an Oreo of the mentality for I'm oppressed, right? These rich, famous people that want their private life and want to retreat from everything that got their fame and rich, that achieved for them their fame and their riches, just are so oppressed. They have life so hard. And then the second prong to this whole culture corner thing is, despite that mentality existing, we have a society that's so litigious and ready to sue over the most minute little things like, oh, I'm sorry, a cartoon didn't put you in the world's most flattering light ever. Because it's not like every other aspect of society isn't constantly fawning over you. And all of those aspects of society are calling people like Dane and us, or David and myself.
We're super sharp tonight.
We are. Listen, I am operating on 3 hours of sleep over the last 48 hours, so you'll forgive me.
We won't.
Is we'll call people like David and I, terrible pieces of shit or whatever for mocking people like Meghan and Harry.
Meanwhile, they'll get into their Rolls
they
Royce,
get fawned over by Oprah and every
drive home to their multi-million-dollar home,
every other major platform. So, Harry and Meghan are just a microcosm of those cancerous type mentalities that exist in the broader society at large. And I wish it would fix itself. But until it does, we're just going to keep calling it out. And on a much, much smaller scale than Trey Parker and Matt Stone, we're going to do our own little version of speaking truth to power by mocking it. So good on them, and help us get to their level. Thanks.
Right. And then a personal address to Matt Parker and Trey Stone. Thank you for the 25 years of entertainment plus, probably. I don't know when South Park started. I just know that I wasn't allowed to watch it when it started.
It had to be like early 90s.
Right. But anyway, like they haven't missed. Like Scientology, the religion that's not a religion, let's call it.
Wow, really? Only 1997? It's only 2 years younger than Family Guy, or 2 years older than Family Guy?
Bro, what were we in 1997?
Yeah, but I thought it was like early 90s. Wow.
We were in middle school.
We're 10.
Yeah, we were in middle school.
So we're 9 because it was only August. You were almost 10.
Shut the fuck up, Denzel Washington.
Shit. I was still ways away from being 10.
He's about 90 days away from being 10. Anyway, not important. What it really is important, Dane, is that Trey Parker and Matt Stone get the accolades for saying what I'd imagine 90% of us were already saying. Like, why do I give a fuck about their problems? Oh, because a royal family in a country that's not our own might have been mean to a toxic cunt that was trying to rip one of their family members away from them. And we have to feel bad for the toxic cunt. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot where my morality lied. And then the only reason they're mad is because it hit them on the nose. Because Matt and Trey don't miss. Like, they will exhaust every angle, and they'll get it so succinct because they've been doing it for how many years, Dane?
You're asking the lawyer to do math? That's a risky proposition, buddy.
Let's just call it 20.
And
25?
23 plus 26.
Was I wrong with my initial assessment? Around 25 years. You've been doing it for 26 years. And they are getting better at it each year. Like,
Actually, you're right. It is 25. It'll be 26 this August.
fuck,
Nailed it.
Anyway, hats off to you guys. South Park is a national monument. We should never go against these guys. When they say something, we should listen because they have their finger on the pulse of things.
Wow.
More
never
so.
go against them.
I didn't say never. I just said listen to them.
Rewind it back.
Never.
This man said never.
Never question them. Well, the question.
He just said it again.
I did.
He said it twice.
I love South Park.
He doubled down.
Can I be?
I know, but there's nobody that should never be questioned.
Of course. But
Not even
you
us.
should take their perspective to your core and then try to dilute it from there because they're never off. And if they are off, they're off by like minuscule amounts because they have their own perspectives because they're human, whatever. But like, that's literally what they did. They went on a national public privacy tour. That's basically what they did. We just want to be left alone and live our lives. Like on Oprah.
Yeah, and plenty of others.
You might as well have invited entertainment into your house. We just want to be left alone, but like put a camera here, put a camera there, another camera there, but only if I have makeup on. Like we have to sign an agreement. Like you guys are so you're not interesting.
I love the before we move on, I don't know if this is the Wikipedia entry or if this is like HBO's little write-up on, no, maybe it's like IMDb. It just says, the animated series is not for children. In fact, its goal seems to be to offend as many people as possible as it presents the adventures of Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and Cartman. So, yeah.
It's so beautiful because they don't offend anybody and most people agree with them.
The show has taken on Saddam Hussein, Osama bin Laden, politicians of every stripe, and self-important
But
celebrities.
no, Megan, you'll overcome them because you're a dictator in a foreign sovereign country, right?
So,
Good luck.